Today we're in Concord, Massachusetts to document a job that is adding insulation while re-siding. The house is a 100-year-old Dutch colonial, getting new siding, windows, and a small addition to the front. The 100-year-old board sheathing has large gaps, cracks, and holes, which leak a lot of air through the building envelope. Another common leak in houses like this is the connection between the walls and the foundation, which is sometimes sealed from the outside. However, this gap was sealed with spray foam in the basement, so we didn't need to worry about it. Penetrations like bath fan ducts or hose bibs should also be sealed at the outset, but this tight-fitting duct is one of the least leaky holes in the shell. David Joyce, a builder and remodeler with decades of experience adding exterior insulation to new and existing homes, is executing the project. The first thing he does is clean up the exterior sheathing of nails. Because these boards are so leaky, he'll install a peel-and-stick weather-resistive barrier over them, which will significantly cut down on airflow. However, if he doesn't remove the rusty little nails, he runs a very real risk of significantly cutting up his hands and the weather barrier. The house was retrofitted with cellulose insulation quite a while ago, which probably helps reduce air leaks, but with gaps like this, the wind whistles through these walls almost at will. The original windows were also replaced, probably in the 80s, with new sash and jamb liners.
This is a replacement window that was installed from the inside. And we're going to take it out from the outside. So to do that, I have to remove the trim.
David is removing the entire old window frame and filling the old weight pockets with framing material. First, he removes the exterior trim, which is basically 1x4s and was wrapped in coil stock on a vinyl siding retrofit, probably when the windows were replaced. The vinyl siding covered the old asbestos shingles, but that's another story.
Here we discover our nice little weight pocket.
Sure enough, the original weights are still inside the walls.
Still complete with the weights. We can use these as boat anchors now.
Of course, it would have to be a tiny boat. He finished removing the casing to reveal more tiny boat anchors.
A few more boat anchors.
Now it's time to remove the newish windows, but because the sash are still locked together, they want to move as one piece.
There we go.
After unlocking the window, they pop out easily.
Hello.
Now he turns to pulling out the original window frame with the 1980s jamb liners still stuck on. That's the jamb liner. The frame is pried out of place one piece at a time, and finally he turns to the old windowsill. He's trying to salvage the interior trim, but because the interior stool will need to be deeper, he doesn't worry about that too much. You can see it gets split in the process, and that's okay. He does take care, though, of disconnecting it from the sill to reduce disruption to the other interior trim pieces attached to it inside.
After I've removed the window, I have to remove the little nails from all of the trim so that later on I can attach an extension jamb to the window.
It's best to pull the nails through the back side of the siding rather than knocking them out the face, which would push the filler out and most likely splinter the wood.
I have to remove my nails from the back.
Pulling them through the back leaves the filler in place for a clean interior surface.
So our window is 37.5 by 32. And our opening is by 57.5 by 32. Our opening is 61.5 by 36, so we got to close that down to give ourselves a nice opening.
He'll use standard framing stock to close that rough opening down to a size that'll accommodate the new window. So by adding two 2x4s to the sides,
Perfectly screwed up.
he'll close down the opening to 33 inches, or 1 inch larger than the window. Adding 2 2x4s and a slice of half-inch wall sheathing, he can close down the height to about 58 inches, leaving 3/4 of an inch above and below the new window. With the old opening cleaned up and filled in, David's ready to install some peel and stick house wrap and rigid foam exterior insulation, which we'll cover in the next episode.